You ever wonder why you work hard, stay faithful, and yet still feel empty? You pray, you grind, you show up for the family, but inside something's been missing. And brother, that's not because God has forgotten about you. It's because you've probably been chasing results when he's just after your heart. And experiencing God's abundance, it isn't about more money or more stuff or even more status. It's about living in the fullness of his presence when peace and strength, they never run dry. So let's talk about how to step into that kind of abundance, the kind that it can't be stolen, shaken, or sold. Jesus says in John 10, verse 10, I came that they may have life and have it abundantly. And that's not a promise of a luxurious life. It's just a call to a liberated one. And it's a life so grounded in purpose and peace that no storm could ever break it. And Paul got this from a prison cell. You got to think, he says, I have learned to be content in all things. Abundance isn't the size of your bank account, it's the strength of your faith when everything collapses. When you get that, your entire perspective, it starts to shift. Most men, they want blessing without the refining, and we pray for increase, but resist the surrender that it makes it possible. And you can't hold the steering wheel and then ask God to drive. Abundance begins where control ends. Every morning I just pray this, Lord, strip away my pride and my distraction, my fear, and then fill me with obedience. And every time he takes something away, he replaces it with peace and clarity. And that's the trade-off of surrender. Gratitude, it's the soil where abundance grows. And if you only thank God when things are going good, you're going to miss his hand in the hard days. Job, he lost everything, and he still said, the Lord gave, and the Lord has taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord. And that ain't weakness. That's warrior level faith. When you choose gratitude over complaining and faith over fear, you start living in the overflow instead of the drought. You see, God's kingdom, it runs opposite to the world. The world says, hold tight. God says, let go. Jesus promises in Luke 6, verse 38, give and it will be given to you, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. And when you live open-handed with your time, your resources, your compassion, you become a channel, not a reservoir. Blessings flow through you, not just to you. And that's how real abundance feels. It moves, it multiplies. And scarcity, it isn't a budget issue, it's a belief issue. And the enemy, he really wants you focused on what's missing, because if he can shrink your mindset just a little bit, he can actually shrink your mission. And Romans 12 says, be transformed by the renewing of your mind. So you got to renew it daily and stop asking, what if I lose? Start declaring, God is my provider. That is the shift from survival into strength. And I prayed for a man who lost his job, and he thought his purpose died with it. But instead of running from God, he pressed in and he prayed and he served, and then he showed up. And months later, he didn't just get a new job, he found peace. The same man who once panicked started leading his family with calm confidence, and that's God's abundance in action. Peace instead of panic, and purpose instead of fear. You see, God's abundance, it isn't waiting for someday. It's available right now, today. And when you trust him fully, walk in gratitude, and give freely, you'll see his blessings in places you never thought possible. So remember, abundance is about relationship, not riches. Alignment with God's will, it brings peace, not pressure, and gratitude and generosity lead to overflow, not lack. The life you've been searching for, the one filled with strength, purpose, and peace, well, it starts the moment that you stop striving and you start trusting. And if you're ready to step into God's abundance and rediscover your worth, grab your free 30-day guide to discover who you are in God's eyes at the link in the description below. And brother, that is Christian victory, and victory will come.